Well, election officials are preparing for a surge in ballots this election day, of course, with the low turnout so far for early voting.
Yeah, it's not entirely surprising since there are no high-profile races. We're talking like for president or for governor. We do have a look at some of the numbers. According to the Secretary of State's office, more than 855,000 people cast their ballots as of Sunday. That is 19% of registered voters.
Now, in Denver, the number is similar. Around 88,000 ballots have been returned as of yesterday afternoon. That's about 18% of registered voters.
So we've got team coverage this morning. Sofia Villalba is at election headquarters in Denver as officials are getting ready to start counting the ballots that are dropped off. And we're going to be checking in with her in about 2 minutes.
Yeah, we do want to start, though, with Ali Jennerjohn. She's joining us here in studio. And Ali, a lot of big issues outside of Denver up to voters today.
Yeah, and of course, we're following all of them. Let's start first with South Metro Fire. It is one of our state's largest fire departments, and they're facing a $500 million shortage over the next decade. Now, that's why Colorado State Fire Chiefs, a group that's worked with legislators to create ballot measure 7A, are asking you to decide whether to increase your property taxes next year. Now, this would be to help fire departments afford things like training, staff, and retirements. Of course, that's extra money to you, though. If passed, the owner of the district's average home, which is about $750,000, could see a property tax increase around $140 each year. Let's get you over to Fort Collins now. Voters there will have a say on the future of the former 165-acre Hughes Stadium site. You'll answer 2 questions. If you want the area to be multi-use, so for example, that'd be a bike park, wildlife center, and trail system, or whether the land should be 100% natural. Now, this is something the indigenous community has told Denver 7 they want, a protected open space. Now, we're also keeping a close eye on ballot measure 3A. This is in Littleton. Now, some community members fear housing density is being forced into neighborhoods that just don't need it. If passed, 3A would change the city's charter, freezing single-family residential zones where they were at the start of the year. That's January 1st. It would also require the city to hold a public vote to make future changes to the charter to allow zoning district changes. The city, though, very much disagrees with the initiative. Mayor Kyle Schlatter previously telling Denver 7 if the amendment passes, the city would be, quote, out of compliance with state law. Live in studio, Ali Jennerjohn, Denver 7.
Ali, thanks so much. Now, 2 statewide ballot questions will decide the future of free school lunches for all kids in Colorado. They are Props LL and MM. Now, the program is currently funded by a tax increase for Coloradans making more than $300,000 a year. The program has collected more than expected, an extra $12 million so far. Now, if approved this year, Proposition LL would continue those taxes and allow the state to keep that extra $12 million. If rejected, though, that extra money would then be refunded to taxpayers and lower their taxes. Now to the second ballot question, Proposition MM. It would expand the program to all public school kids in the state by further raising taxes for those earning $300,000 or more. The extra tax money would also pay for previously approved grant programs that have not yet started.
We are less than 2 hours away from the polls opening across the state.
Yep, now we want to get back over to Denver 7, Sofia Villalba, live at election headquarters in Denver. Good morning, Sofia.
Good morning, Dan and Anusha. It's pretty quiet right now. No poll workers here just yet. But I do want to mention there's some big news from City Council just overnight. They unanimously voted to increase funding for the 2026 election budget after the mayor previously proposed some cuts. Lopez has been very outspoken about this. He issued a statement last night saying, quote, "The unanimous vote by City Council to restore our 2026 budget is an emboldened testament of Denver's commitment to independently run elections during a time when our country needs it the most." Now back to today, preparations at the state level have also begun. Governor Polis, through an executive order, has activated Colorado's National Guard to help with cybersecurity defense for this election. Now Polis has done this for every election since 2019. Now that's the very latest here in Denver. Sofia Villalba, Denver 7.